Hey y'all, out here piddling this morning, getting ready to head back to Alabama. But before I do, I decided I should probably clean up my panels. I've been here for about 3 days, but when I arrived, my batteries were only at 12.8 volts. Generally, they're at 13.2 or 13.4. So I said, well, that's not good. And I went to looking, and the bottom panels had a good bit of pine straw stacked up on them. I'm like, well, that's probably the problem. So I brushed that pine straw off and kept trucking. Been here for 3 days, and well, my batteries are down to 12.2. Now it's in the morning, right? So everything's been running all night. I've been making coffee, refrigerator's been running, charging phones and cameras. But it shouldn't be at 12.2. So I said, well, it's about time to clean these bad boys up. It's probably been 7, 8, 9 months since I've actually cleaned the panels off. Now I don't do anything special, just water and paper towel and wipe them off. These bottom ones have a good bit of grime on them from where that pine straw was stacked up. Again, I wiped the pine straw off, but there was still a lot of residue left behind. And then the top ones, well, they've just got dirt and bird poop and other stuff collected on them. So we're gonna go ahead and knock those out. If you're new here, this is just a small temporary solar panel system that I'm using to power my off-grid camp while I turn it into an off-grid homestead. Nothing major. This is just a 500 watt system with a 1,000 watt inverter, and it does just what I need it to. I have 3 12 volt batteries on it, 190 amp hour batteries. Actually, right now I only have 2 of them plugged in. And it does just exactly what I need it to, even though it's a small system. Now, these top panels here, these are 100 watt Soul Perk panels. I bought a good many of them, but I just have these 4 out here for now. They do what I need it to do. And these on the bottom is a Harbor Freight setup. So they're 4 25 watt panels creating another 100 watts. All tied in to the cheap, or let me not say cheap because it's been working, the inexpensive Harbor Freight brand, or, well, that's not Harbor Freight brand, but it's the brand that Harbor Freight carries. I'm using that charge controller. I have a multi-port where multiple panels can be plugged in, tied back to that controller. And again, so 500 watts total. From that controller charges a split bus that I have inside this box, and then the batteries are tied to that split bus, and the inverter is tied to that split bus. So everything is running, charging, whatever, and all I simply have to do is flip the switch on the inverter whenever I arrive or depart. So, great little system. But anyhow, these things should be at 13.2, 13.4 relatively all of the time. Obviously, first thing in the morning, the batteries are going to be draining overnight. But not long after the sun comes up, I'm expecting these panels. Now, the sun's not up very much right now, so these panels haven't seen any light. But the Harbor Freight panels are lit up because they do very well in cloudy or overcast type conditions, even in partial shade. But, so they'll start charging a little, with a little more juice, I guess you'd say, here in the next hour or so once the sun gets up a little higher. I need them batteries fully charged. I'm gonna leave all this stuff running. Well, I say all this stuff running. All that'll be plugged up is my refrigerator. Got my coffee creamer in there. I know how I am about my coffee. Couple Cokes, some bottled water, and I plan to come right back up here either tomorrow or the following day. So no need to have everything shut completely down. I mean, I've got camp hunkered down. Everything's already put away. But before I hit the road, I decided I'd clean these panels. So I'm gonna clean these panels and make sure my fire's out good and hit the road. And then we'll see what my power's at whenever I get back. And I'm sure it's just the dirt. So let's get to it. I'm gonna go get some water in my bucket. I've got a bucket sitting over here with some paper towels. It's just that simple. I'm gonna go get some water, come back, and we'll clean these off. Stay and watch how I do it. That'll be enough water. If you're curious about my little water system, go back and check out some of my videos. I explain it fully. It's just an IBC tote with some extra fittings, gravity fed. Simple. Simple. Let's go clean these panels. All right. I'm gonna start on these bottom ones because they're worse. That's not good. Looks like that one may have some moisture in it. Honestly, I'm not surprised. I have them sitting on the ground. Yeah, there's a lot of buildup on this one. Pretty thick. Yeah, I don't think y'all can see what I'm doing real good. I'm gonna bring this camera in and show you just how much grime is built up on these things before I get them all cleaned off. Time for a new paper towel. Move this camera, let me show you what I got. Okay, so bring you in a little closer here. Look at the grime and build up on this stuff. This one's not as bad. You can see where I tried to brush it with my hands when I first uncovered the pine straw. So that's what we're working on. Go back and hit these first two again. Go ahead and get some more clean towel and dry it off. To make sure we got all of the grime that we can without busting out the chemical cleaners anyway. All right, that one should be good to go for another 6 months, hopefully. If all goes right, they won't be here for 6 months. Go ahead and wipe this one down again with the wet one. Now let's hit it with the dry one. Pretty simple process. Not much to watch. So I'm going to go ahead and put you in fast forward, and we'll just brush through this rather quickly. Y'all hang with me. Okay, so those bottom ones look good. Time to knock out the top ones. They're gonna be a little easier on my back. Thank goodness. Go ahead and start over with some fresh towels. Set those there. Okay. Well, that's the job done. Get this stuff thrown away, get my fire put out, and I'm gonna hit the road. I'll update you in some other video on if this done the trick to get my batteries back up to full voltage. But y'all, thanks for watching The Great Outdoors. We'll see you next time. I'm out of here. Not without this coffee, I'm not.